Today we're looking at the cafeteria, one chain in particular called Luby's that's based in Texas. And what we're looking at here is a bunch of food that has been served by Luby's. You don't go and pick this out yourself. You get served this. You go up with a tray.
Yes. Let me just walk you through the Luby's experience. Am I taking away from what blathering you were going to say? Is this about you or about Luby's? Because I love Luby's. I ate a lot of Luby's when I was in Houston going to college. It's good food. It was reasonably priced, homemade, and it felt nice to sit there and eat it. Anyways, Luby's, not like a buffet, but in reverse. You start with the cold food, the salads, the potato salads, everything cold. You go through that section first. You have to move at a certain pace because other people are behind you. If you're like trying to decide, like, I have a question, they're allowed to skip past you. You know what I mean? It's like golf. If you're a real golfer like you are, people are just like, look, we got to play through. This is ridiculous. I know you're Canadian, and I don't like to be mean to Canadians because they're so nice, but we have to play through. You're too slow. It's like that at the cafeteria. You have to move. You got to, it's a thing. Go through. Then you go to the hot food. You should have already known before you get up there what you're going to get. Don't get up there and be all surprised like, oh, I didn't know this was here.
This is too much pressure. The cafeteria is a very high pressure, stressful environment. I prefer buffet.
Why? Because you get to move at your own pace. Well, the buffets are gone. It doesn't matter what you prefer. In fact, the buffets are all reverting to the cafeteria model. Now they're no longer, we cannot be trusted to serve our own food any longer. It's over. It's over. Over. We cannot be trusted. We have to be served by other people. And there has to be a glass partition in front of us in the food.
Can we talk about this food here? I'd like to start with the garlic bread. I see that there's a nice big piece of garlic bread there. I can see that it's garlic bread because it has yellow butter on it and it has parsley on it.
I would say it's Italian seasoning.
You know, it's Italian garlic bread. But what is the red blotch on there? What's that all about?
That's like whenever they make that Italian bread loaf, they bake a single cherry tomato in there. And you know, when it finishes cooking, it renders, and then when they slice it, that cherry tomato appears. And it's kind of if you get that piece, it's special. They're not all like that. Cherry tomatoes are stupid.
In Texas, is it normal to put that much white dressing all over your salad? Is that a Texas thing?
To drown the salad with dressing? Yeah, probably.
With a white cream-based dressing.
Yes, that's a Texas tradition. It goes all the way back to the Alamo.
It's a lot of corn.
It's not really.
Why is the corn in a separate dish? Why do they do that at the cafeteria? Look at all that room on the plate. They could just put the corn right on the plate. Why did they put it in a bowl?
Well, because the corn juice, and that's really not that much corn. That's probably 5 ounces of corn. That's like a single serving portion size. That dish that they have on there, that little side dish that you see the corn in, I don't know why it's called that, but we used to call that a monkey dish. That was the name. When people ordered it, they would be like, send me a case of monkey dishes when I sold plates. Still sell plates, but they call those monkey dishes. I don't know the reason. That'd be a really interesting subject for our next video that no one watches. Okay?
Well, I really like how I don't know if you can see behind your head, the pile of mashed potatoes, they made it into a pool to put the gravy in. So there's a big pool of gravy in the mashed potatoes. I really like that.
Yeah. You want the gravy to stay put. You don't want any of those juices underneath undermining the fried chicken and making it soggy. That's why everything's separate.
I really, really am feeling the pressure just looking at this photo because this person was forced to decide what they're getting for dessert before they've even eaten their meal. Are you only allowed to go up once? Is that how it works?
Yeah, you go through the line. It's like a line, and it's in chronological order.
How do you know what you're going to eat for dessert before you've even eaten the main course, let alone the salad? Even at a regular restaurant, you don't have to decide what you're going to eat for dessert before they take your order for your main course.
Cafeterias are not for, like Willie, like, I don't know what to do. I can't decide. This is for decision makers, people that know what they want, people that are not afraid to make a choice. If you're like, I'm not sure what to do, then you go to the back of the line and that's your punishment, or you don't get dessert, or people skip by you and, you're still standing there looking at the desserts with like, what? How? What is that? What is that pie? What kind of pie is that?
Is this why people in Texas are the way they are?
I don't know what that means. Like independent, free thinkers? Is that what you're saying? Able to make a decision? Yes, they're all those things in Texas. Provincial? Yes, exactly. A lot like Canada. You think you're your own independent country, but really, you're part of America.
Well, thanks for watching Buffet Report, where we talked about the cafeteria. So it's kind of like Cafeteria Report.
So technically it's a buffet, I think.
It's not.
Well, it's hot food prepared ahead of time, placed in a visually appealing manner for people to come up and eat. The only difference is somebody else is grabbing the food and putting on your plate. Look how close they're sitting. See the tray? The one tray is like literally touching the other tray. It's like they're in their potato salad up there. Wait, how do I point? Up there. It's like it looks like some of it's gonna drip out onto the other person's tray. And whose dessert is that? That dessert is actually in between both trays. We don't even know whose dessert that is. Is it the guy with the red drink, the healthy red drink to wash down that delicious fried chicken? What's going to happen to him when he leaves Luby's? Does Luby's share some responsibility in his bad health?
He might have to leave in an ambulance.
But you see the other tray pressed so close. That just goes to show you how popular Luby's and how crowded it is, because these people are forced to sit really, really close together, which is what we used to do pre-COVID. People love dining together and sitting next to each other, but not anymore.
I have an announcement to make. Buffet Report is on Twitter now. So follow us on Twitter at Buffet Report for all the latest in buffet news. And you'll also get notified when we post a new video. It's going to be great. Follow us there. We can't wait to interact with you on Twitter.
We love interacting. If you interact with us, we will totally interact right back with you. How about that? That's our pledge.
Until we become famous, and then we might be too busy.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. It's been great. We'll see you next week.
It's a great show. You guys should really watch it and tell your friends, family, and children. Watch too. They'll learn something. Thanks.